Welcome back. I am the Electrical Code Coach from electricalexamcoach.com. And this is lesson 3.1 in our video series. And in this exciting lesson, we're going to learn all about dryer calculations. Let's get to it. For our dryer calculations, you're going to turn in your NEC to table 120.54. Head there in your book now. When we get there, we find that it's a very simple table to read and comprehend. This one is paraphrased, so your table is going to look a little bit different. On the left-hand side, we're going to find our number of dryers. So however many dryers are in our calculation, we're going to fall into that column. Then all we have to do is cross over to our demand factor in percent. And remember, that is just a multiplier. So let's imagine that we have 6 dryers. We'll come down on the left-hand side, find 6, cross over, and we'll find that we have a 75% demand factor. We would take our total load multiplied by 0.75, and that would give us our new reduced load. Let's get to it. When we get to section 120.54, we find that dryers must be calculated at a minimum of 5,000 VAs each or the nameplate, whichever is greater. So it's a 5,000 minimum or the nameplate, whichever is greater. An electrical nameplate is mounted on the equipment, and it can contain things like voltage, amperage, horsepower, and or its wattage. And that's where we're going to get our information for our dryers. Thankfully, in electrical exam prep, they're always going to tell you the wattage of the dryer. All you have to remember is that if it falls below 5,000, we're going to use 5,000 as a minimum. And if it goes above 5,000, we're going to use whatever is stated on the nameplate. Before we dive into larger wattage appliances, it's important that we understand one more concept. Up until this point, we know that 1 VA is equivalent to 1 watt for all of our testing. But what is a kVA? Well, a kVA is a kilovolt amp. And in our testing, it's the same as a kW. You may have heard that term before, or you may have heard the term kilowatt. Well, a kilowatt is equivalent to 1,000 watts. And it's also true to say that 1 kVA is equivalent to 1 kW. Let's imagine that we have a dryer and it is 5 kW. It would also be true to say that it's 5,000 watts. It would also be true to say that it's 5,000 VAs, and it would also be true to say that it's 5 kVA. It's important for us to understand all of these different terminologies and how they're equivalent and how to convert back and forth. Because what happens is when you're in the testing center and you're not familiar with using both of these, your question might be listed in kVA, but the answers might be listed in kW. Or the question might be listed in VAs and the answers listed in watts. And all we have to do is understand that they are equivalent and how to convert back and forth. Converting back and forth is super simple. Let's first go from kVA to VA. Let's imagine that we have 5 kVA and we want to convert to VA. Well, thankfully, all we have to do is multiply. We take our 5 multiplied by the 1,000, and that equals 5,000 VAs. And the same thing if we want to convert back. Let's imagine we want to go from VA to kVA. All we have to do is divide. We take our 5,000 VA and we divide by 1,000, and that gives us 5 kVA. Throughout the program, you're going to see me intentionally switching back and forth to make sure that you're a pro. Let's do some practice questions. What is the total VA load you would calculate for 1 dryer with a nameplate rating of 4,500 watts? Step 1, we find the total connected load. We know that it is a 5,000 minimum or the nameplate, whichever is larger. So in this case, we can't use the 45, we have to use the 5,000. Now, we check for demand factors. For that, we're going to head over in your book to table 120.54. On the left-hand side, we come down and we find our range, which is 1 to 2 dryers. And when we slide over, we find that it's calculated at 100%. So in this case, there is no demand factor. And we select A. Great job. What is the total VA load you would calculate for 1 dryer that's rated 5,200 VAs? Step 1, find the total connected load. Well, in this case, we know that we have to use 5,000 or the nameplate, whichever is larger. So 5,000 is not enough. We're going to use the nameplate, and it equals 5,200. Now, we always check for demand factors. For that, we're going to head to our table. And in this case, we fall again in the 1 to 2 ranges. We slide over, it's 100%. And we are going to select C. Great job. I'm working you through this template of how to do all load calculations NEC-wide. Step 1, find the total connected load. Step 2, check for demand factors. Even if you know there's not a demand factor, I still will always go check and just be thorough to make sure that I didn't miss something. When someone's failed the calculations test over and over and over, I go back through them with them over a few key questions, and you'll find that they're just missing the little details, thinking that they know the answer instead of checking in the book. What is the total VA load you would calculate for a duplex with one dryer in each unit and a nameplate rating of 4,500 watts per unit? Step 1, find the total connected load. We take our 5,000 minimum, or the nameplate, and we're going to take and multiply it by the number of dryers. Remember, we want to get the total connected load. Now we check for demand factors. When we head to our table, we find that it is falling in the 1 to 2 category, and it's 100% demand factor. So we just select our answer, and we're done. Great job. How many VAs would you calculate for a 10-apartment multifamily dwelling unit with one dryer per unit with a nameplate rating of 5,000 watts? Step 1, we're going to find our total connected load. We know that we have to do the 5,000 minimum, and in this case, we've got it, so we're good to go. Now we take and just multiply it out. Our 10 units multiplied by 5,000 each equals 50,000 VAs. Now we check for demand factors. When we head over to our table, we're going to start on the left-hand side until we come down and find our number of dryers. Then we cross over and get our demand factor. We take our original load multiplied by 0.50, and in this case, it equals 25,000 VAs, and we select C. What is the total VA load you would calculate for a 17-apartment multifamily dwelling unit with one dryer per unit and a nameplate rating of 5,000 watts? Step 1, find the total connected load. Well, we've already met our 5,000 minimum, so we can move on. We take our 17 units multiplied by 5,000 each, and that gives us our starting load of 85,000 VAs. Now we check for demand factors. And when we get to our table, we're going to start on the left-hand side, and we're going to slide down until we find the range that we fall in. And in this case, it's the 12 to 23 range. And then when we slide over, we see almost a full sentence. And let me explain what it means. And don't worry, you'll be a pro by the end of this slide. When you fall into this range, what it's telling you is you have a 47% base demand factor. But for each dryer past 11, you're going to minus another percentage point off of that 47%. Let me show you what it looks like. We're going to take our 17 dryers and we're going to first minus 11 to figure out how many we are past 11. Or you can just use your fingers. Let's take 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I am 6 dryers past 11. Then we're going to take our original base of 47% and we need to minus that additional 6% off of it. And that takes us down to a reduced demand factor of 41%. Now, all we have to do is multiply. We take our original load multiplied by 0.41, and that gives us our new reduced load of 34,850 VAs. That's the end of lesson 3.1, but you can head over to electricalexamcoach.com to unlock the quizzes, flashcards, and everything in the pro version. I want to let you know that you're doing a great job, and I believe that you can do it. Keep pushing hard, keep grinding, and with practice, you'll be a pro. Let's go.